Everyone thinks that I'm most busiest in the spring because that is what companies lead you to believe is that springtime is the busiest time for farmers and people who plant and that, but fall is really the busiest time. Fall, it's all I can do to keep up with harvesting what we have, preserving what we have, and I'm planting new stuff for the winter. So not only am I trying to get stuff going, I'm trying to keep stuff going and hold on to what I do have. Whereas in the spring, you are finishing up harvesting whatever is barely left because of the cold and its life cycle's done at the end of winter. So everything's pretty much done. So you're just pulling in tiny bits of harvest, maybe some lettuce and some kale still, and then starting new seeds. You don't really have much to preserve at that point. It's pretty much all done. But now it's still 85 degrees. It has cooled off, so it's 85 degrees during the day, and it's all I can do to keep up with the garden. All the pepper plants are full. The hot pepper plants are cranking them out. I am right now trying to use the bitter melons. I am putting them in the dehydrator. So we are going to try and turn the bitter melon into a powder that we can use and incorporate in the winter time. That way we can still get all those good antioxidants and vitamins and stuff from the bitter melon all through the winter. Hopefully I'll have enough to share with everyone. People have been trying them more this year. I'm very proud of people for trying them. I haven't seen those people come back and get another one, but they're very good for you, and I'm happy that other people have tried to incorporate them into their diet. Hey everybody, so there is a thing as too much rain, and it happens often here. It's supposed to be bringing through a cold front, yay, but it poured all day yesterday. Let's go into the flower garden and see how much it rained. When I first started my seeds, sowing seeds, a week later for fall, Sally came through and drowned out most of the seeds that I started for fall. I was like, it's okay, I still have time, so I started again. Here's the rain gauge from just yesterday. This is full. 5 inches, and who knows how much more. So over 5 inches of rain since yesterday. I got up this morning and I went over to the seeds and I dumped the trays that held the water so they could drain out. And it wasn't supposed to rain today earlier, but I guess maybe whatever's coming through slowed down because it's been raining not all day. It was better this morning, but it's been raining all afternoon, so probably for like the last 2 hours it's been raining. I came out and I tried. Hopefully I saved some seeds. This is where I had them. The garden's starting to fill up with water. Everything in there should like a good drink. Look at that hibiscus I just planted. That wasn't blooming. I went to the wedding on Sunday. It's Tuesday, so that's filled with blooms. The walkways are starting to fill up with water. All the sunflowers over there are folded down. The rain has slowed down a lot, but it's still a good standing little bit. I got the bottom of my pants wet coming out here to try and fix this. These trays are awesome. These ones have the holes in them, so those trays are bomb. This one is one that got wet during Sally that I thought I'd save. That got wet again. It got wet again for this one, and I'm sure there's no saving it now. But the ones with the hole trays are doing okay. They just started to sprout though, so I don't think that, 4 or 5 inches of rain a day, the bigger pots could probably handle it, but so I moved the smaller pots that don't have the draining. All of these I moved in here, and hopefully they'll get a chance to dry out. And the dirt was floating, so hopefully any seeds that are still needing to come up, like these is purple and orange cauliflower, so hopefully anything that still needs to come up will get a chance to come up. Because this is really my second go. I really don't want to do a third go. Some of the trays are pretty empty though, like they just started to sprout, so floating seeds wouldn't have been great when I was dumping out the water. I just really hope they're all okay. So I really hope I don't have to start over again. A lot of it looks okay. Probably just overreacting, and they probably need a couple days with no inches of rain instead of 5 inches of rain. I even tried to use my daughter's umbrella, and the wind was so bad that it just was pointless. Oh, here it comes. I hear it coming. Sounds like another wall of rain. Woo! Super windy and wet. Tis the season. Woo, in the south. We don't get rain in spring, we get rain in fall. Hurricane season brings lots of rain. Even when it's not a hurricane or tropical storm, we still get buckets. Whereas in the spring, we're more dry. I'm gonna let you go and warm up inside. So it is 2 days later since the rain. Most of the stuff that I moved in here, I guess, is okay. A lot of this actually looks perfect. These are making me happy. They all have at least one sprout in them. These are mine to grow big and put in the garden. Mine to grow big. Those over there don't look so well. This is something that went through Sally. I don't think it's gonna have anything. That went through Sally. Doesn't have anything. This, oh my god, this is 2 days later. Hang on. Okay. Don't mind the orchid, but oh, of course you fell over. Okay, are you ready? Here is some Brussels sprout seeds. The tray still has water in it 2 days later. But these sprouts are leaning pretty hard to try and get some sunlight from that shelf. So I have to move these back out here. What I do when I have sprouts like that have been on a shelf or farther away and they're like leaning way far over this way to reach towards the sun, when I put the tray outside, I put the tray outside like this, so that way they will reach back towards the sun. So anytime I have trays, I just flip them. Even if I'm not, see, these ones are all leaning, so flip them. That one's good. That one's probably my favorite, the orange and purple cauliflower. It looks the most healthy. This one says purple and green Brussels sprouts. Purple Brussels sprouts aren't doing great, but the green is. This says broccoli. Looks good. Bronze fennel, all charged up. St. John's wort, very little. Broccoli and purple cauliflower. We'll move that back out. Looks pretty good. This looks like chamomile. Yes, chamomile. Beautiful. That looks awesome. I'll have to show you that. This, I don't know what this tray is. It's broken. Oh, that's flowers. Flowers that are supposed to look like baby's breath, I think. I'll move out this, move out this purple and orange cauliflower. Let's see. This is orange cauliflower and kalettes. This is personal. Individual seed cell trays. We'll flip it. See how it does that way. It's looking okay. Looks like it could get a little more sunlight. I think the roof needs to be pressure washed again. Usually in the spring and in the fall. There's pine needles on it, and it's opaque as it is, but it gets a little, see here where right here is very clear, and then you look up more and it's kind of foggy. It's kind of like green, and because it's so humid that it gets all wet. Let's see what else we got. Celery yet again has nothing. We're gonna leave it. Maybe it'll get something. Orchids, I'm just starting to learn how to do good with them. Basically, I leave them in the greenhouse, and they do just fine. This one I've actually had for 3 years. Oh, and look, it's gonna flower again. I got it for Mother's Day. It's very pretty. After it flowers, I'm going to have to fertilize it again. I just stick an orchid fertilizer tab in here, and it slowly, every time it rains and I water it, it dries out. Look at these. Purple and white cauliflower look awesome. This is broccoli rabe. It's okay. That cabbage looks like it's okay. Collards are okay. Not great. Whatever that is. Celery. Imagine that, nothing in the celery tray. These are second go trays, so. All the peppers need to be planted. Still, peppers. Green and purple and green heart cabbage. That looks like. Purple and green heart cabbage? Yeah, but it's not going. There's 2 sprouts in the whole tray. It's catnip's good, dill's good. Sage needs to be flipped. It's got a serious lean. Thyme. That is obviously not St. John's wort. That is a brassic of some kind. Thyme's doing good, St. John's wort, and then the small broccoli's doing good. Let's see what else we got. I'm going to plant these outside next year. I have a back raised bed out back that's actually really dry all the time, that I think once these actually have good roots, I may put them in that. We'll see if this does anything. It looks pretty gross. But this has some new growth. It's not going to focus, is it? Right here. That has new growth. This, nope. That one back there next to the window goes all the way up to here. That's all new growth. Then I have one over on that side over there. Hey, Freya, please don't. This is new. This is new. So those are doing good, but I'm not going to move them out right now before winter since they are cactuses. I would like to let them get rooted good this year, and then we'll move those out. Same with the pine cone lilies. These long leaves are called pine cone lilies. And I have to check out those 2 trays up there and see what those are. But everything looks decent besides celery. And I think I might come out here tomorrow and see what needs to be done in the greenhouse. But everything is okay. We'll probably leave it another day in here without water. That over there looks kind of dry, but everything else seems pretty wet.
I can't fit this anymore.